There ain't nothing wrong with applying pressure, Max. You make this comment all the time. Pressure can burst pipes, right?
Or it can make diamonds.
Or it can make diamonds. So what is it going to be, Mike McCarthy? Is it going to burst your pipe or is it going to make you a diamond? Because if it doesn't make you a diamond, then I don't need you here because I'm trying to get a diamond.
Ooh.
I'm at the end. I feels like I'm venturing towards the end of this run to a degree if you're Jerry Jones, right? Like, who knows how much longer he has. So if you can't help me get the job done this year, then that might be Dan Quinn or that might be Sean Payton, Harry.
And
Somebody's going to help me get it done.
Listen,
if it can't be you.
I was just about to say, not to mention, you have Sean Payton sitting in the holster taking a year off right now. So if it's not Dan Quinn, that's another guy. So it's two guys that can possibly take over that job if Mike McCarthy doesn't do what he's supposed to do. And I feel like he has 1 year just this year to prove it.
Yeah, I mean, could you imagine Bill Parcells there and he says, talking wild about Bill Parcells, that was the point about the Mike McCarthy hire when it happened.
Yeah.
He looked for what's the biggest name I can get in coaching with the most gravitas, Super Bowl ring, who I can push around, who everyone knows ain't going to be calling the shots. I'm going to be calling the shots. That's Mike McCarthy. Any coach for the Cowboys who's not Sean Payton, Bill Parcells, Jimmy Johnson, you'll know it when you hear it. Oh, that guy's not a patsy. Right? Like, that dude is – the other guys are there as pawns for Jerry Jones. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong at all. And I will say this. Is it right? In my eyes, no, but it's Jerry's team. Jerry's going to do what he wants to do.
So, Max, when Jerry Jones is worth $10.5 billion,
Is that a lot?
that's power.
Yeah.
So you have to earn my damn respect. You have to earn it. Like, and that's what Mike McCarthy has. Any coach that comes in there, you have to earn that from me.
Who talked about his age? Who talked about his age before? Because, yeah, right, Jay. It's not. When you said that, something occurred to me. I'm always like, hey, Jerry's clock is ticking. He ain't getting any younger, right? And he's got to know he wants to win a Super Bowl again. But he wants to do it like Sinatra said, my way, right? And he hasn't done it in 25 years. His way worked early on because he could manipulate certain rules that he helped usher in, salary cap rules, and then prorate the bonus, get Deion Sanders, stuff like that. Everyone got hip to the game. That didn't work anymore. 25 is just a parlor trick, right? Because they all figured out he never adjusted. 25, 26, no Super Bowls. And I'm always thinking, doesn't he know he ain't going to live forever? When you said that, Jay, it occurred to me when I think he stops being stubborn and hires the right coach. I think when he starts to feel like he's living on borrowed time. In other words, like, oh, I might already be past the dude. Like,
he's 79, Max.
79. No, I get it. I have parents in their 80s, but at a certain point, you might be feeling like, I'm lucky right now to still be around. And by the way, to still have the capacity to function at a high level. Once he starts feeling Harry J, like, yeah, this is gravy years right now. There's no guarantee I keep. That's when I think he's like, all right, let me go get the right guy.
And that's why I said to a lot of people when it comes to Jerry Jones and this Sean Payton deal, right? If Sean Payton does go to the Cowboys to be their head coach at some point, it's going to have to be sacrifice from Jerry Jones because he's going to have to realize his way didn't bring them success in a Super Bowl, right? So now it's time to step back and let a strong personality like a Sean Payton, a guy who has done it in a city of New Orleans that was decimated by Hurricane Katrina, and he basically brought that city back to life. He's done it. Sean Payton has done it. So if he decides to hire Sean Payton, he has to take that step, that seat back and sacrifice for the greater good. Sometimes you got to cut off your finger to save your hand.
I mean,
to put it in terms.
You don't think going through Wade Phillips, Jason Garrett, and now Mike McCarthy, if it doesn't work out during that long run at 79 years old,
weighs on you.
Yeah. I mean, by the time he's 80, and Max, to add to what you were talking about, that legacy that you want, like you start recognizing, I need somebody who is going to wield power like me in order to get the results I need. And that person is somebody that will be looked at more as my equal. And it has to be seen that way to a degree for us to be successful.
His problem is he's too vibrant still at his age, right? Like, I think of George Steinbrenner with the Yankees, who, like Jerry, won early on because he spent money before other guys were really spending money. Then everyone got hip to the game, and the Yankees they didn't win a division. They didn't go to the playoffs for over a decade, right? Then he got banned from baseball for a little while. And while that happened, they didn't trade away the prospects. And then as he got older and he didn't have the same kind of vigor,
bravado,
right? Yeah. Then he receded a little bit in the organization. organization got better. Maybe, and Jerry maybe has to, while he still has his faculties, learn from that and just take it back a little bit.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.